This is Atomic Beam SunBlast. It's the solar-powered, super bright LED light. Let's check it out in today's review. All right, how about a quick overview here? This is the solar panel. Here's a motion sensor, and here's the actual light itself. On the back, you've got high and low settings. Here's where the double-sided tape goes, and you can use these for mounting holes as well. What I think is interesting is that if you use a double-sided tape, you kind of have to select high or low before you mount it, and then really, if you change your mind, you kind of have to pull it off there and change it, and then the tape's going to be degraded. I would have put the switch on the outside somewhere. That would make more sense. You could just adjust it. Who knows? That's just me. They suggest putting it on a south-facing wall, which any solar light would suggest that because that's where you're going to get the most sunlight and the best chance of it working. So this solar panel is going to charge an internal battery all day long, and then when it gets dark and there's motion, the light will turn on. The light will stay on for about 30 seconds. It does not work during the daytime because that's when it's charging and you don't need the light during the daytime. So with that in mind, let's mount it and see how it works. One of the first videos I ever did was Everbright, which is an ASEAN TV solar-powered, motion-activated light. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? It died after about 13 months, but I'm gonna put my SunBlast right next to it. For the SunBlast, I'm gonna put it on, I think I'm gonna put it on low tonight. And then the next night, I'll put it on high. That's why I'm not gonna put the double-sided tape on. I'm gonna use the screws because I want to take it off and switch that over tonight. All right, this is low, so here's how that looks. I'm gonna get up there and switch it over to high and see what the difference is. I left this kind of loose so I could switch it over. Whoa, okay. So this is high now. I see a difference. There is a difference between low and high. I've seen ASEAN TV lights, so there's not much difference between low and high. There is a difference here. Now what I wanna find out next is what kind of a range we have. I've actually seen this turn on when cars drive by, but I haven't been able to get to do it myself. So I'm just kind of curious why sometimes it seems like the range is farther out than other times. So let's mess around and see what we can come up with. All right, over there is my son, AKA the cameraman. I'm like 40 feet away. I'm gonna walk right over and see if it turns on. Aha, that's me walking on the sidewalk. I am here on the sidewalk in front of the house, and it easily picked me up. I'm gonna go farther out next time and go out on the street and see if it does it again. You can see how bright that light is. I mean, it's definitely lighting up the area. On high, it's much better than it was. I mean, low was sufficient, but high is actually much more impressive than the Everbright used to be. All right, I'm walking in the street now. I wanna see if this picks it up. I'm walking. There's Brandon, the cameraman. Walking didn't pick it up. I wonder if I get in my car and drive, if that will pick it up. Let me try that. Oh, it just picked me up. It just picked me up when I was running away. It picked me up. I was running from there to here. That's a pretty good range. Next up, I'm gonna try seeing how wide of an angle it is. I'm gonna stand right here and I'm gonna move sideways and see what kind of a width the angle's at. Right, cameraman? Okay, here we go. 45, that's about 45-degree angle. Oh, you know what's funny is the Everbright actually still has a tiny bit of juice left in it. It just went off. Did you see that? But this Atomic Beam SunBlast is far brighter than the Everbright was. In fact, I'm gonna stand back here. Somewhere I have video of me doing that with the Everbright. I'm gonna put it over here and compare the two of them, how bright they are. So we'll have Everbright from 2016 and Atomic Beam SunBlast from 2018. Let's see how that looks. I really do want to know if a car will trigger the motion sensor. I'm going to drive past my house a couple times and see if it works. I'm going to drive kind of in front of the house. Oh, it just turned on. All the way out there. It just turned on. All right, you can see the Atomic Beam SunBlast. A car just drove past my house and just activated the Atomic Beam SunBlast. All right, for my final test, I'm gonna take the Atomic Beam SunBlast and compare it to its cousin, the Atomic Beam Light Angel. I'm gonna mount it up here. Now, I can't leave it there because it wouldn't get any sun, but it's already charged for the day, so I'm gonna put it up there tonight and see how they compare. I'm gonna use the double-sided tape And when I'm done with this test, I'm going to put it back out front where it can actually work all night long. All right, so here we go. Okay, I think that's good. Again, we'll wait for tonight, compare the two of these, the brightness, the range, and then it'll also be a good test of how well this comes off once you've mounted it, how sticky that tape really is, because I don't want to leave it here, it won't charge all day. All right, I'm in my backyard, I've got both the Atomic Beam Light Angel, whatever they call it, and the Beam SunBlast mounted right next to each other. I'm going to walk toward them and see which one turns on first. Why is the other one coming on? Okay, that was kind of a tie. Now, if you want to look at the brightness, the Atomic Angel, which is battery operated, is clearly brighter than the Atomic SunBlast. Atomic SunBlast is a lot brighter than the Everbright, but I think between the two, the battery operated Atomic Angel is certainly brighter. Now, if you want to access that one, batteries are back here, so it's easy to change the batteries out on this one. It does rotate also. But again, this is another thing that you mount with the tape, and it's hard to move once you've mounted it. Same with the tape on here, which I'm going to take off later. The other thing is you can't leave this here because this is under an eave. It would never charge all day long. Let me try that test again. Okay, they're both off. I'm going to kind of walk around over here. That was the Atomic Angel came on first. Now the Atomic SunBlast just came on, but you really couldn't tell because the other one's so much brighter. Atomic Angel seems like it's a little bit wider field of motion detection than the Atomic SunBlast, which I wasn't impressed with last night. Here we go. Okay, now this time the Atomic Beam SunBlast came on first. Okay, so it looks like it kind of depends on the actual situation. I guess the distance is about the same because they seem like they're coming on. Like that one came on first this time, that one came on first the previous time, so I think the distance is probably going to be about 20-25 feet. What I like about the Atomic SunBlast is it's certainly brighter than some of the other solar-powered lights I've seen, and I also like the range of distance for the motion detection. What I don't like is that it's not as bright as a battery-operated motion detection light or a wired version. And also, once you mount it with that sticky tape, it's going to be hard to kind of adjust the high and low setting. So I suggest using the screws to mount it as opposed to the tape, which they recommend, but I don't think the tape is going to let you move it or adjust the high-low feature. Overall though, I think that for 20 bucks for a solar-powered light, Atomic Beam SunBlast is pretty good. That's only after a couple hours. I think if you let that tape cure for a while, it would probably never come off. I'm going to go put this back out front where it will remain until it dies. And I'll let you know when that happens. In the end, I think the Atomic Beam SunBlast is better than the Everbright. It's brighter and it has a better range of motion detection. I think for the price, it's pretty good. Have you used a product like this? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for more As Seen on TV product reviews from me, James White, Freakin' Reviews.